We're now going to take a look at one of the more interesting aspects of working with Xamarin through XAML, and that is the ability to create data triggers without any code that trigger on the status or other aspects of an object. So here we have a label and its text color is set to blue. We're going to set the label's triggers collection. In our case, we'll only put one thing in the collection. And the kind of trigger we'll be working with is a data trigger. The target type of our data trigger is a label, and we're going to bind this trigger to the property favorite. Now, favorite is not a property of our contact, but let's make it one. So let's go up to our contact class and create a Boolean property favorite. Now, each time we have an item that is a contact, we can check whether favorite is true or false, and the value we're looking for is true. So this says trigger when favorite is true. So what happens when it triggers? Well, that's what the setter is for. Setters have properties and values, and we're going to set the property text color, and the value that we're going to set it to is red. The net effect is it's going to show the name in blue unless that contact has its favorite set to true, in which case it will set the text color to red. And notice that no code is required. These data triggers can be declared in the XAML. So we've rearranged the XAML a bit here to make that easier to see. And what we're going to do is to create the same trigger. In fact, we can copy and paste that trigger to the second label, which is for last name. So let's copy the label triggers that we already have and paste them into the second label, which is last name. Hit Control-I to sort that out, and we've got a second data trigger doing the same thing. The net of all of that is that if the contact is a favorite, the first and last name will be red, otherwise they'll be blue. Now we've created a favorite in our model, but we need to set that favorite on some of our contacts that are being created by the contact generator. So let's add a line where we're creating each contact in the contact generator. And the way we're going to determine whether this contact is a favorite is by generating a random number and then checking to see if that number is even. And if it is, we'll set it to favorite. Let's run the application. And we see that some of the names are favorites and have been set to red, and those that are not favorite remain at blue. Once again, no code, data triggers just in our XAML.